Hi there, and welcome to 7th grade English, Pre-AP English. I'm Miss White, and the students and I have also named this class Writer's Workshop, so if you hear them referring to it as such, that's correct. We've established our expectations and rules already. They have copies of these in their journals, and I'd love it if they were able to go over it with you and articulate some of the things that we've been talking about in class already. So there will be lots of writing going on, and the workshop model is one where I will be teaching a mini lesson, and then the majority of the class time will be spent with students writing. And while they write, I'm working in individual conferences or small groups with specific skills that students need help on. So it's very important that they're able to be responsible for their own learning and use their time wisely in this class. Some of the things that we're going to be producing this year are short stories and poems and songs. We'll be writing a lot of essays. This is a STAR writing year for students, so they will be tested in the spring for their writing. We have talked a lot about being responsible, but they also need to be prepared. They have handbooks, which are their spirals, their journals, and then they need to be bringing a book that they're reading to class every single day. So those are the three things I expect them to bring. Sometimes, or some of the students have been leaving their handbook and their journal in class in bins that I've provided, which is absolutely fine with me. But some of them are kind of catching on that they might want to have their journals with them because they're learning that some things that are happening to them during the day they want to jot down so they don't forget, because it might be a story for the future. It's very important that your student knows that they really shouldn't waste time in class. They'll have such a majority of the class time to do their work. They shouldn't have a whole lot of homework from this class as long as they do use their time wisely. Almost everyone, I think, has all of their supplies. They'll need that composition notebook, which is where all of their writing, their good creativity is going to live. That's their thinking, their planning, their drafting. And then the 3-subject spiral notebook, or 5, either one's fine, is their handbook, and that's their notes and their daily warm-ups. And then, of course, they'll need something to write with. The 7th grade English curriculum is the same for pre-AP as well as regular English. It's the rigor that will differentiate the two, and probably the amount of pieces that the students will create. So we'll be working with grammar, and we will be working through the writing process all year long on different pieces. So I encourage them to read and write as much as they can. They'll be writing to explain, writing to analyze, writing to inform, as well as improving their vocabulary. The grading system is as follows. The grading policy for late or missing work is 20% off. So if the student turns in something a day late and they make a 90, it'll be 20% off of that grade for their final. We have a Google Classroom set up for each of the class periods, so the students have been given their code already, but I asked them to show you, and I would totally recommend you asking them. Once they get in there, there's notes, there's study guides, there's assignments, and I would like it for you to be familiar with the Google Classroom as well. You can also join the Remind app. They're different codes for each class period, so all you have to do is text this number, the 81010, and then the message will be this particular code for your student's class. And then you'll be set up and be receiving the reminders that I send to your students about specific things. So I have coaching times on Tuesday mornings and Tuesday after school, but I am here early almost every day and I stay late almost every afternoon. So if this doesn't work out, just ask your student to talk to me and we'll figure out a time. If they just need a little extra help, if they were absent, or just need some specific clarification on an assignment, then we'll figure out a time that works out for all of us. And then my email is listed here. That's the best way to reach me. And I encourage you to email me if there's ever a question or if you need clarification for anything. But if there's an issue or if your child is having a problem with something, please ask them to come see me first. Almost every single time we can work it out, and then it really helps them to learn how to take care of themselves and be responsible for their learning as well. But certainly do not hesitate to contact me if necessary. I look forward to a great year with this group, and I am excited about the relationships we've already created. Thank you so much for taking the time.